Malo malo from Tonga Tapu. It is a beautiful, breezy Friday evening, and I'm here on Tofoa Road, just making my way from Tofoa to Tokomololo to my cousin Atta's house. And it's almost 6 o'clock this evening, and so the sun's starting to set. And when I first arrived in Tonga about a week ago, exactly a week ago, I didn't have a car, so I was walking everywhere for the first 4 days. And then a few days ago I hired a car for 2 days, which I returned yesterday. And while I was walking from Tofoa to Nuku'alofa and back multiple times, I really gained an appreciation for the slow pace of walking. And I realized, bro, walking is the way to move about Tonga. Unless you have something urgent or have a very strict schedule you have to stick to and get to multiple places in a short amount of time, then of course a vehicle is necessary for that. But what I really appreciated about walking is just the slow pace of just taking in the environment, being able to interact with people, talk to people, even just stop and observe something for less than a minute, 2 minutes or whatever. And I feel like that matches the pace of the islands, because there's no rush here. Now, we know about island time. A lot of people know about island time, Fiji time and all that. And so I think walking matches that pace. But obviously if you're on holiday, you have limited time here, you want to do as much as you can within a short amount of time, then you're going to want to get a car and walk everywhere. I mean, drive everywhere. But I've just really enjoyed walking everywhere. The thing about Tonga Tapu is that it is so flat. Like, we did come from a bit of a hill back there. I wouldn't even call it a hill. It was like a slight incline, very slight slope going downwards, and yeah, nothing laborious, nothing too crazy. And I think walking is just perfect. So you can just stop and watch these guys go by, watch this car come through. Got a little bus here. Yo! Exactly. And we have the old Costco here, I believe. Used to be called, well, I think it's called Costlo. And it's now out of function, I guess. It's not working. It's not running anymore. And I know they have shifted to Tokomololo. There is a Costlo there, and I think while I'm here I might go over there and have a little look at what they have on offer. You see on the front of it, the glass doors, it says that they have products from America, New Zealand, and I think Japan maybe. But anyway, we're turning down this road to head towards Tokomololo. Got the Sonasi station here. To be honest, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be walking along here, because about 1k ago the footpath ran out. There was no more footpath, so, and I was the only one really walking along the side of the road. So yeah, I don't know if it's treated as a main highway, that part of Tofoa Road, or what. I mean, even this part doesn't have a footpath. You know what? We're going to cross the road, so that we're walking with the traffic on this side on our right hand side. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. We have dogs here. Here's the thing about dogs. Usually there's a lot of bark. But for the most part, you'll find that there's no bite. And I've heard stories from people who talk about riding bicycles or going for a run here in Tonga, and the dogs will start chasing them if they're moving quickly. And that's what I find as well. If I start like trying to step quickly, they'll start trying to speed up to follow me. So then my approach with dogs is that just walk slowly alongside them. You can look them as if to like stare them down, and for the most part they might back down. But if you want to really chase them away, just pretend to pick up a stick or throw a stone or just I'll get here. So dogs, from my experience so far walking, are not a threat. You have the domesticated dogs, the territorial dogs, like that one back there getting a little bit aggressive because you're getting too close to his territory, at least that's what I'm assuming. And then you have all these stray dogs, maybe like this little guy over here, who are very tame and harmless. And to be honest, a lot of those stray dogs that wander around feel like they've got some PTSD going because they feel very submissive. So walking, highly recommend walking, but the only thing about walking is when you're walking in the middle of the day, it is hot, the sun's right out, and so I probably left a little bit too late from home. It's going to get dark real quick. I've got about more than half an hour to go on my walk to Tokomololo. Let's see, 26 minutes. We're more than halfway through. It was a 4.2k 4.2 k's from where I left off in Tofoa over to Tokomololo, and so we're 1.9 k's away from Tokomololo. And yeah, easy. Like, look, just a flat road all the way. But back to the heat. So yes, walking in the middle of the day can be quite hot. So a solution is to have an umbrella. Take an umbrella with you, and that'll help you get some shade. And when I was younger, I used to see heaps of people with umbrellas everywhere walking, but that's probably because there was more of a culture of walking everywhere in Tonga back in the 90s. And I think as Tonga has progressed materially and more cars have been brought onto the islands, I keep hearing things from everyone that everybody has a car. So then the culture of walking has, or at least walking long distances, has stopped. And by long distances, I don't know, anywhere between like 2 to 5k. Yeah. I don't know. That's just my observation. It doesn't mean that people aren't walking, but it feels like there are a lot less people walking here in Tongatapu than there were when I was younger. Now here's an example of some territorial dogs. Oh yeah. Alright, he's just got to keep barking and I'll carry on, and he's not moving any further. I can hear the barking fading out in the distance behind me, so that's all good. And that's usually the experience. Just carry on walking as normal. Like someone mentioned, there were these two Aussie ladies who I met going to Motu, and they talked about the dogs in the different places they went to, which was Samoa, Fiji, here in Tonga. And they talk about this idea that dogs can sense your adrenaline. So if you start to have fear and panic and anxiety, they can sense that, and they probably feed off that. I don't know if it's feeding off it, but yeah, they probably act on it. Anyway, this vlog is probably quite blurry as the light in the sky starts to go down, which is unfortunate. That's the unfortunate thing about this camera. Poor low light ability, but that's okay. So this is an interesting little strip down here, another little... What's this dog up to guarding this empty house? Anyway, that's an interesting property over there. You have, oh, over there, I don't know if the camera was pointing properly at it, but yeah. We have Samaletane Lele Health Clinic over here. Hungalu Opea. We have the Hungalu Opea Hall over there. So we must still be in Pea. I know I had walked, when I walked down the hill back there, we were in Pea. But We're still in Bear. Amazing. This is the village of my, one of the villages that my mother connects to. And the woman who she's connected to, I think it might be her great-grandmother, is Ngā Moe, who apparently is a known name here in Bear, Whangakopuna. Oh, Vaikopuna. Good old Bear. And if any of the Seleka boys are watching this, be cracking up at the hingoa whakatenetene of Bear, or at least the hingoa whakaseleka of Bear. Hey, mahalo eh?
Yeah.
How go?
Yeah.
Yo. That. Even just saying hi, acknowledging people as you walk by. At some level it can be just superficial, like it's performative, just yo, hey, okay, yo, bye. Not like that, but you know, yo, oh, okay, I'll go. But that like acknowledgement, that awareness. So that's one aspect of walking that I was reflecting on when I was walking into town one morning. When I stayed in town, I had put my AirPods on and I was thinking to myself, this is a normal thing I'll do in New Zealand, where I put my earbuds on, listen to music, isolate everything else in the environment from me. So I'm just listening to music, enjoying myself on my way to wherever I'm going. And whether I'm on a bus or train or whatever, and then I'm off to my destination. But here in Tonga, I felt like the earbuds, the headphones, while walking doesn't reflect the culture of the environment. Not that I'm an expert, I'm just sharing my observation and my experience of being here for a week and coming here every now and then, but walking everywhere for the last few days and feeling like earbuds stop you from the interaction and natural engagement that you have with people like I did with that guy. That's not to say that you shouldn't do it or you can't do it. Like I've seen people exercising with like their headphones on and just doing their own thing, focusing on themselves, but I feel like, oh, where did this car go? Hello. I feel like, I mean, just like that, like I had to turn around just to make sure, like that's common sense to turn around before you cross the road, but if you had your earbuds on, you would be that much less aware of your environment and what you're doing. And then so not only aren't you paying attention to the environment around you, you're also not able to engage with people if you're walking by or across the road, because it's just so common to like walk past someone, whether it's across the road or they're standing at a shop or something, and you just wave to them, hey, yo, I'll go, yo. And I love that. Anyway, it's probably getting a bit too dark to vlog now, because the quality of the images is probably deteriorating by now, getting a bit of distortion and whatnot. So let's see, we've got 1.4 k's to go, we're almost there, and yeah, we should be there in about 18 minutes. So that was a little TED talk, little Tonga nuku alofa talk on why you should walk in Tonga Tapu. Okay, peace out from what might be Pea, Awhatu, and we'll catch you next time. Alo. Okay, here we are in Tokomololo. Now, just gotta find a shop, buy some water, and then off to Ata's house. Okay, peace.